allow the two children to have the budget every year.
It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay.
She
off your mind. Off your mind.
Like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go sama us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh yeah yeah. My ego don't come, oh yeah yeah. My people make we shout, oh yeah yeah. My ego don't come, oh yeah yeah. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh yeah yeah. My ego don't come, oh yeah yeah. My ego diary politico, oh yeah yeah. My ego don't come, oh yeah yeah. This one not the off in mind, oh yeah yeah. My ego don't come, oh yeah yeah. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh yeah yeah. My ego don't come, oh yeah yeah. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get it higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yeah yeah. My ego don't come, oh yeah yeah. My people make we shout, oh yeah yeah. My ego don't come, oh yeah yeah. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh yeah yeah. My ego don't come, oh yeah yeah. My ego diary politico, oh yeah yeah. My ego don't come, oh yeah yeah. This one not they off in mind, oh yeah yeah. My ego don't come, oh yeah yeah. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my yegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my yegun diary, he dey hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Poor man picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my yegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yeah yeah. My yegun don't come, oh yeah yeah. My people make you shout, oh yeah yeah. My yegun don't come, oh yeah yeah. Man of the masses, oh, yeah, yeah. My ego don't come, oh yeah, yeah. My ego diary politico, oh yeah, yeah. My ego la wa mo do. My ego diary, Ayégun làwa mọ̀ làwọn tó jódodo. Ayégun diary náà ibi nọ́mbà wán. Ayégun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Ayégun diary náà ibi nọ́mbà wán. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Ayégun diary náà ibi nọ́mbà wán. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Máyégún já wa sí. Ayégun diary náà ibi nọ́mbà wán. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Máyégún diary náà ibi nọ́mbà wán. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Máyégún máa wí. Máyégún diary náà ibi nọ́mbà wán. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Máyégún diary náà ibi nọ́mbà wán. Máyégún diary politico. Máyégún diary náà ibi nọ́mbà wán. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Máyégún. Máyégún diary náà ibi nọ́mbà wán. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Máyégún diary náà ibi nọ́mbà wán. Àní Máyégún làwa mọ̀ tó dódòdó. Máyégún diary náà ibi nọ́mbà wán. Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rà kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Lórí YouTube. kùtù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tó ń gba rìbá Máyégún máa wí àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì Máyégún ti dé. Hello there. Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. This is brunch time with Máyégún live. For those of you who are watching it live, thank you so much for joining me. And brethren, remember, you have to read beyond the caption of the broadcast, the headline. Go inside, read the description as well. Like the broadcast. Share it to invite your friends and your not so friendly friends, your frenemies. Tell them that Máyégún's brunch time is live. And if you have done that already, thank you. So this morning or afternoon, that's why we call it brunch, breakfast and lunch time, even though there are those who are already having their supper or dinner in other part of the world. So let's just say top of the moment to you from wherever you are joining us. And thank you again. Last night, I did my little best to raise some questions which put question marks on the bogus Portharcourt Refinery, which, of course, didn't take 24 hours for this truth to begin to manifest. Ladies and gentlemen, Portharcourt Refinery is not refining any product. It is blending imported products. What they have actually done is, in fact, they brought Malta to Portharcourt. And it is so dangerous that these cold-hearted criminals that you are seeing in this image have decided to deceive the gullibles. I don't think they are deceiving many people, but they are gullible, moronic, voluntary slaves who always wanted their lies to be truth. So today, we have the evidence that Dangote, Dangote. And I want to feel sorry for Dangote too, but we'll come back to him. Portharcourt Refinery, indeed, is not refining any crude oil. I can tell you that authoritatively. Thiefnubu and his gang, they belong, not just Thiefnubu, especially that Melekiyari. You see this mofo. This mofo, Enyuku Wonu Gojeyo, this guy on the left, is the #1 enemy of Nigeria economy, empowered by Bokwari. This man deserved not just jail, he deserved what is called the death sentence for the economic sabotage of that contraption. But since everyone can get their own share from the largesse, why not? Why won't they all smile? They are making blood money. They are making evil money. And they are deceiving millions of people whose lives they are mortgaging. The ronukus generally, They want all the lies they've been told to be true. But there is no amount of repetition you give to a lie. It will never be a truth. No. Yesterday I was asking, I said, there are so many questions to ask, which will give them up. But they are going to call you enemy of Nigeria. They are going to call you haters. They are going to call you people who don't want Nigeria to progress. They will say you are not happy for good news for Nigeria. Just by asking questions alone, it triggers them. Because, see, they have been starved of all the good things, even though they have been promised endlessly better life. From the time of a change to the next devil, to now the renewed hopelessness. The ronukus are the victim of abusive relationship. APC Egbekegbe has abused not just Nigerians, they have abused their supporters. They have abused them mentally, psychologically. They've abused them physically. They have abused them financially, which is economically. They have abused them almost every abusive you can see. And see, the ronukus are supposed to be pitied, even though on the other hand, they don't deserve anyone's pity. Majority of the lies they've been told, which they have built expectation on many times. Most of these lies have come to, oh my God, they have come to stare them on the face, right? In the face, that some of them just want one, or just one of the lies to be truth. And like I said, there is no amount of repetition you give to a lie. It will never be the truth. You remember this? When they were doing their Nigeria year, we said it was a lie. You see this Olori Bruku Tolu Ogunlesi, the one on the left here. He was working for Bokwari at the time. He had his own bought on social media. Those ones who are always saying, may Bokwari succeed, may Bokwari succeed. Now, look at the picture on the right. That was the finality of the scam called the Nigeria Air. When we raised the alarm, not even just an alarm, we actually asked questions. Questions that are just simple questions, ordinary questions that shouldn't trigger anybody. But they were triggered. It was attack after attack. You are ETA, you are nye. So there are this Sirika who was scamming all of them. About this guy's printed logo from Bahrain. Logo for $430,000. Logo, ordinary logo for $430,000 from Bahrain. They printed t-shirts, they printed face cap, and they were telling their mugus, their voluntary slaves, the Buharidins, the Buhariditanis, the Buhari the Notus, Buhari the Jatus of that time, the Mumu Madus, the Bello lecturers, the Mumu lecturers of that time, that Nigeria Air was coming. On the last 1 week of the 8 years of Bokwari, these guys went to Ethiopia to rent a plane, aircraft, and they printed Nigeria Air on the aircraft. They flew it to Nigeria, and the media in Nigeria went to the airport, and they said, "Congratulations, Nigeria! Congratulations, Bokwari!" They said, "Finally, promise made, promise kept." And immediately they finished the Photoshop. I mean, the Photoshop and all of that. The owners of the aircraft removed the sticker, and they flew the aircraft back to Ethiopia. There was no lie they didn't tell. There is no lie that they did not tell us. Even when it became obvious that it was a pure lie. But immediately the scam was over, they disappeared. And they metamorphosed into the bad starts you see today. The bad idiots. The shameless ronukus that you see today. And it is the same card. Bokwari spent $1.5 billion in reviving Portharcourt Refinery. $1.5 billion. That's a lot of money. And guess what? Ordinary kerosene, the refinery no fit produce. Then Thiefnubu came and they started importing from Malta. They were not importing good PMS from Malta. They were importing sulfur mixed, cancerous, blended product to Nigeria. It's not even a good quality of that you can call petrol. And they were paying almost double for it. Because when Bokwari was there, a liter of petroleum was sold for 167 naira. Thiefnubu came and told them that subsidy was gone. Subsidy was gone, only for them to bring in evil products to Nigerians, to the people that have no access to real medical care, no health care in that country. And they are bringing products that will continue to kill you. Not only that it will destroy your cars, destroy your machines and all of that, it will kill you slowly. And they are spending ×5 of what Bokwari was spending. ×5. Now you are buying a liter of petroleum for 1,100 naira. Then they quickly said, sometimes in, I think it was in August, right? They said, Dangote Refinery, they took so many trucks there. You know the story. And today, the same people, they refuse to buy from Dangote. Even though they told their zombies, this Olori ronukus, they told them that Dangote Refinery may be expensive, but you know what? It's a Nigerian company. It's going to help Nigeria Naira. And they are going to give Dangote crude oil. La la la, fa fa fa, foul. La la la, la land. The lies continued. And they imported $927 million worth of PMSC, adulterated PMSC. 927 million liters. They imported that this month. And it is only in the Thiefnubu APC Egbekegbe, Nigeria, that a refinery will start working last night. And this morning is already, it already has a product. Products to load. Abba, de beru Ọlọ́run. APC. Ìjọba èmi ló kàn yìí, ẹ bẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run.
Ẹ bẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run. Ìjọba èmi ló kàn yìí, ẹ bẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run. Ìjọba èmi ló kàn yìí, ẹ bẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run. Ebi ń pa wá, ìyà ń jẹ wá, kò sí ìfọ̀kànbalẹ̀. Ìjọba èmi ló kàn yìí, ẹ bẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run.
Ẹbẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run. Olórí burúkú nìyí. Ẹ̀yin olórí burúkú ronukus yìí. You can easily call people enemy of Nigeria when you guys are actually the real enemies of that contraption. Enemies of yourselves. Guess what? There is an internal memo that got leaked last night, where what they are actually doing with this supposed Portharcourt Refinery got leaked. They are procuring, they said, Portharcourt Refinery is desiriously of procuring high RON gasoline from your company to blend with naphtha produced from our 60,000 barrel refinery area 5 plants. I have been directed by MD PHRC to communicate our requirement to you for your action. We hereby request that you kindly supply to us premium motor spirit with the following specification, cargo size, and expected date of delivery. read octane number, which is RON 94, specific gravity 0.74 to 0.75, RVP of 0.50 kgf stroke m square. The cargo size will be 28 kiloton abinkan. Due to the draft limitation at PHRC Okrika Jetty, 9.2 meters. The maximum cargo size is 30 KT. Number of cargoes, 2 cargoes. Date of delivery, second decade of September 2024 to 1st of October 2024. This is an internal memo of what led to what happened in Portharcourt yesterday. Experts have told us, experts told us that what these guys are doing is not only so dangerous. Read octane number, read vapor pressure, and research octane number are 2 different properties in every way, right? So it's a dead giveaway, right? However, somebody said, what they are mixing for you as PMS is exactly what they have been doing in Malta, blending different kind of harmful content, harmful, toxic, dangerous chemicals. Plus, they are not even like refining any crude oil. So Dangote was right. Dangote was right after all when he said, these guys are bringing NMPC. They don't have any testing facility. Intentionally, they used to have it, but they got rid of it. So nobody to test the type of content, PMS, that people are importing into Nigeria. That if they are tested, most of them, they will just probably have to arrest all of them with the charges of attempted murder, that they want to kill all of you in that contraption. And this is what APC Egbekegbe have done to you. They said yesterday that the Portharcourt Refinery will be loading 200 trucks every day. That's a lie. You see all those show off. I mean, this is the giveaway. This one just kind of like a show to us that this whole thing don't make any sense. But because of their usual style of gaslighting you, they will gaslight you. Shut up your mouth. Hey, don't you want progress for Nigeria? Nigeria progress. Hey, progress, Lele. Then I also asked, how much are they going to sell the liter now that at least you are supposed to be producing about 15 million liters every day? 60,000 barrels. 15 million liters, Abi. Oh, yeah, oh. Now your crude oil, now your refinery is not Dangote, now your own. So if you want to make life easier for the people, is this not the time for you to actually crash the price? I was almost feeling sorry for Dangote. Almost. You know why? That they made the guy believe that they will patronize him. Once he finished his refinery, they did a lot of jamboree around him, only for them to now start their fake refinery in Portharcourt. That maybe they will just crash the price and Dangote will just be at loss, because if NMPC decide to start selling the petrol for 600 naira per liter, which Dangote could do now. But now, the people that claim to load the trucks yesterday in Portharcourt, they said, well, they sold it to us for 1,045 naira. What? That is 75 naira more than Dangote's refinery. That can be true. Well, it is true. So are you saying that Portharcourt Refinery fake PMSC petrol is more expensive than that of Dangote? Wonder shall never end. Call me the ronukus that you know, all the ronukus you know. Call them, tell them that Mayegun is back on live right now. Can they please come here? The Olori Brukus that are calling people enemy of Nigeria. Who is the enemy of Nigeria now? Eh? Who is the enemy? You know what one ronukus said? Ronunazi, a bad idiot. He said there is the moment Nigeria once naira come down, the price will come. Abolori buku ni eni tori olori buku ni eni. So se pe fun yen ni tori Ọlọ́run about wọ́n fẹ́ epe nja yen ni. Naira dollar. Wetin concern naira dollar with Portharcourt Refinery? This was supposed to be your own refinery. This was supposed to be your own crude oil. You know they buy crude oil. What are you talking about? Dangote that is importing his own crude oil said he's selling his own per liter for 970 naira per liter. So the one with that crude oil that you can use koroba, yeah, you can just use your own pay koroba or bucket to scoop crude oil in the backyard of the Portharcourt there. Just scoop and put her inside the refinery. Scoop and put her. You don't even need any truck or any vessel to bring any crude oil to the refinery. There are pipelines already linked to this oil rigs where you are supposed to be collecting your own share. But now because say Nigeria has been caused with this APC Egbekegbe, they didn't even let this one last. So if they are now selling it to the marketers for this adulterated petrol, if they are now selling it for 1,045 naira, how much do you think they will sell it to you? Because they did not refine anything inside the Portharcourt Refinery. They imported what they imported. You see that nonsense they imported this month. 927 million liters of petrol that they imported. 2 cargoes of it or so is what they moved to the Portharcourt. And they move it to Portharcourt to reblend what they've already blended from Malta. I don't say you can't shame the shameless. Unfortunately, you cannot shame the shameless. But it is better to tell the shameless people about what they have failed to be ashamed of. Don't let anybody gaslight you. Olori buruku APC. Those who are supporting APC, Olori buruku ni won. One by one. If you have a family member that is supporting APC, supporting Thiefnubu, you are a family member to an Olori buruku person. No? And the rogues that they are praising, like these guys, they don't give a damn about you. As long as they can make their blood money, it is none of their business. But now it's like they're going to sell you expensive cancerous products in here. These criminals. You will wish that maybe the contraption would one day have a working system, and all these guys, if they are still alive, they will actually be sentenced to the proper they will be held responsible for their crimes against you. To be defending this APC Egbekegbe is more than just mental problem. It is more than mental problem at this point. So the evidence is there, and they are kind of looking for how to spin it now. They imported adulterated petrol from Malta. They took part of it to Portharcourt to reblend it so that they can sell it to you. And they claim that your refinery is working. It's this same guy that actually got He was the one who spent $1.5 billion. This Eleyukui, the guy on the left. And that's why they say that the Fulanis, especially the Fulani supposed elite, they are the most criminal people in that contraption. And I accept it. Wherever they know that there is money, you will find them there and they will destroy everything they can destroy in that place. And as for Thiefnubu and gang, cash and carry, tax collectors, rent seekers, it's like where they wanted to plant kola nut. Kola nut has already sprouted out of the ground. It's all about what's in it for us. And if they can be clear of what is in it for them, beautiful. Whoever wants to die, may them die. That is why the same APC Egbekegbe have been promoting what they call the CNG. After taking away your supposed only resource that somehow gives you a little bit of sense of belonging to say, okay, you are a Nigerian, okay, and the lives of your criminal politicians has been subsidized. And you have a chance of buying a subsidized petroleum product. They owe you that. But they took it away. Then they started the promotion of CNG, compressed natural gas. They said everybody should go and convert their cars to CNG. You need to go and convert your car to CNG if you can no longer afford petrol. You are running this campaign every day. And I suddenly I just felt like, they stopped. What happened? No? Why did they stop this CNG campaign on social media? I didn't know that they were adopting another strategy, or they've adopted another strategy. They gather comedians, illiterates, okay? They gather them. The one on the, you see, that one, they call it Ola of Lagos, a former homeless boy who later found hyping as, as a source of income, right? The one that is always like exaggerating, properties and all of that in Lagos. They call him Ola of Lagos. He's an illiterate, 100%. The one next to him is Basket Mouth, all right? He's a comedian. He's almost an illiterate as well, right? Hustler. Then you see the one on the far right. That one is Two-Face Idibia. He's also an illiterate, a chancer, opportunist, of course, right? Then the one that is in the next to him is Rarara, another illiterate. He's an APC. He became popular because he was singing for APC Egbekegbe in the north. Now they pick these guys, all right, and they send them to India to go and study about CNG so that they can come back to Nigeria and convince you why you need to change your car to CNG in Nigeria.
I must say that I'm really excited, and I'm happy about what is coming. Ignorance is a terrible thing, and for me, everybody's allowed to be skeptical for something that you don't know about, for something that you have not experienced. So it is legit to be skeptical. It is legit to want to be sure. It is legit to want to have a knowledge of something before going for it. So I don't blame anybody that is skeptical about CNG. I don't have any issues with anybody that does not trust the usage of CNG. You know. But while that is a legit concern, it is still good to also be willing to accept when you see the facts. You understand? Because another time you come be say, hey, so don't be saying you're just skeptical, you just don't want. You understand? So you have to be willing to accept it when you see the facts, when you have all the data and the knowledge about something. You know that this thing is 100% safe, it's the safest, it's safer than fuel, it's cleaner, it's more economical, there's no everything advantage. The only thing now is starting. So we might have few conversion centers, we might have few stations that are selling it for now. But that's all good things.
Nuisance lele. Nuisance lele.
That's what they send them to do. There are other videos, though, but that's enough for me. They took them to factories where they are making the cylinder. All right? And even that one, the one Ola of Lagos or whatever, this one on the third from the left, that boy, he himself said, CNG is so good. It's good for everybody because it is bulletproof. What the heck is he talking about? And you know something, what APC Egbekegbe is doing, Thiefnubu and his gang, even though none of them, not one single of them has converted their own cars to CNG, right? So what does bulletproof cylinder have to do with CNG? What, like, I don't understand. But the reason why they pick them is because they have massive followers on social media. Two-Face Idibia, who happened to be an opportunist to start with. I mean, you don't forget the time when the guy sang, if I bang, or if I give another man yawa, or no, I can't remember the song very well. If I bang, or right? Talking about, I mean, Two-Face Idibia used to sing about bad governance in Nigeria. Basketman used to make jokes about bad government in Nigeria. How do we have terrible, you know? But they need them. Okay? Not experts, not engineers, not, no. Just comedians. Waiting this one, waiting this one from the second from the right, far right. Waiting that one won't tell anyone for Northern Nigeria. I hope Ahmed is watching. Okay? Not a single state governor, not any APC politician, not a single one, not even Thiefnubu has converted his own cars to CNG to lead by example. Not any one of them. They are promoting CNG because they agree that a lot of you can no longer afford petroleum anymore. You can't pay for it. And if you cannot pay for petrol, now go and change your car to gas now. It is safe, it is clean, it is bulletproof. They send them to India. Nigeria will make here with these guys. It's unfortunate though, right? No matter how much revelation you reveal to the same victims of this bad leadership, these criminals in government, Nigerians will just sit there, they will laugh, and they will move on. No reaction, no nothing. Just laugh. Hey, and I got to go judge these people. Hey, sure you get. And they will move on. The scam is run successfully. No reaction, no nothing. No consequences, no responsibility, nothing. So they are, after they paid people on social media influencers, they decided to go and pick on comedians, stupid people, here and there. As long as they have media presence, social media presence, right? Let's send them to India so that they can come back and tell you how you may be skeptical. You know, you may, as long as you don't like something, you know, like that, it's safe, it's clean. Even Two-Face Idibia, no get CNG car. None of them, they use anything CNG cars. None of them has converted their cars to CNG. So see, okay, me, I've changed my car to CNG now. See my car, see my wife's car, my children's vehicles. I've changed everything to CNG. It is clean, it is safe, it is this and that. No, now you go. So that you will stop complaining that the price of petroleum is too high. That's it. If you cannot afford petrol, or you go and change your car to CNG. Yeah, we may have limited number of conversion places. The government is going to build more conversion places. We are encouraging investment in CNG conversion. Oh, that reminds me. I need to speak to this Templar. You remember that our brother that is converting waste to wealth. Yeah, the one that showed up on Mayegun's Diary Political that evening. So I need to reach out to him and possibly should not CNG. I just remember that we were talking about CNG that night when this brother called in and showed us his mini factory in Kwara State. And I've not really reached out. I mean, got back to him since then because of different attacks on my channel, where we got about 5 strikes within 3-4 days. I battled that for like 2 weeks. So that took attention away from him. Yeah, as a young man in Kwara State, Shola, right, who has been doing so great, and it needs that publicity and possibly proper investors, okay, to invest in his business. And you know, yeah, he's converting waste to wealth, like waste to diesel, waste to gas as well. Anyway. So we have those who are now the professional comedians, skitmakers, that are now going to convince you that if you cannot buy the Portharcourt petrol, okay, then, but wait, Seth, how can, this is a simple one though, how can the government refinery product more expensive than the private refinery? The government is not importing crude oil. Dangote is importing crude oil. But Dangote refinery is selling cheaper. The government that is not importing crude oil is selling higher. What does that tell you? It simply says the, what do you call it? The PMS was not refined. The crude was not refined in Portharcourt Refinery. It was imported. And rather than just leave what they imported and share that to you, they went on to go and blend it even further. So they brought Malta. They will blend some in Malta, bring it to Nigeria, and then take it to Portharcourt. Very soon they will tell you that Kaduna Refinery is working too. They will tell you that Warri Refinery is working too. Okay? And yeah, it's easier. Just import the fuel. Yeah, load these places. Turn the generator on, bring the media, bring the trucks, and show everybody that they are loading products from these refineries. Anybody we no believe you is enemy of Nigeria.
Let's do that. Go to your zero.
You don't go feel rush come now like this. You don't go feel rush come like this. But I said they say already this.
Ìjọba èmi ló kàn yìí.
Ẹbẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run.
Ìjọba èmi ló kàn yìí.
Ẹbẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run. Ebi ń pa wá, ìyà ń jẹ wá, kò sí ìfọ̀kànbalẹ̀. Ìjọba èmi ló kàn yìí. Ẹbẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run.
Ìjọba èmi ló kàn yìí.
Ẹbẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run.
Ẹbẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run. Ìjọba èmi ló kàn yìí.
Ẹbẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run.
Ìjọba èmi ló kàn yìí.
Ẹbẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run. Ebi ń pa wá, ìyà ń jẹ wá, kò sí ìfọ̀kànbalẹ̀. Ìjọba èmi ló kàn yìí. Ẹbẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run.
I don't read social media anymore. They abuse the hell out of me. If I read it, I get high blood pressure. I get angry. I don't read it. So, if I want to hear anything, my children or any of my workers will tell me, this one say this one. If I'm tired, I say, please, forget it. I don't read.
Shey that refinery, that surrounding look like a place they just spent $1.5 billion to revive. Or they just got the laborers to come and, oh yeah, help us clear all this grass. Oh yeah, clear the grass, clear the grass. We are bringing in trucks here tomorrow and cameramen, everybody. Oh yeah, clear the place. $1.5 billion is not a chicken change. That's a lot of money. It's unfortunate. It is. You see, me, I told you before, I said, even me, sometimes I actually do wish that some of the lies they are telling you is true. Okay? Like what they say they want to do, if they kind of can at least do 10 to 20% of what they told you they would do. Because if they did, you know what happened? It will actually impact on your lives. The reason why things are still very stiff and tough is because these guys are lying to you, you are expecting, and they are doing zilch, nothing. They are doing nothing to change your situation, rather to make it worse. They can't even like do the magic to say, okay, you know what, to convince everybody, to let you know that this Portharcourt Refinery is working. A liter of petroleum is now going to be sold for 600 naira. 600 naira. Wow. But it's only NNPC. NNPC, 600 naira. Say, 600 naira NNPC. Dangote, 970 naira. If now trek, I go trek. If now push, I go push my car to that NNPC place. They'll keep lying to you and keep lying. They've lied to you so much that majority of you have become so confused. Like some people will say, we don't even know what to believe anymore. You better listen to me. If you are saying you don't know what to believe anymore, it's because you are completely confused. What if the propaganda by yeye? What if you are jubilating today? By evening, the truth will come out, and you'll be like, God, what we go do now? What we go talk now? Who are we going to believe now? You don't want to believe my ego. I told you before, if I tell you something, because I am somebody that will never lie to you. Do you know that? I won't lie to you because there's no reason to lie to you. If I tell you something and it turns out to be wrong information, I am going to willingly come here and say, oh, you know that what I told you that time, or I found out that it is not completely right. This is the true situation. I will do it. They won't. They will double down. Yeah, they will double down. Because their job is to lie to you until you begin to believe the lies. They can repeat it and repeat it and repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat until you believe it. If you don't believe it, they will then gaslight you. They will call you names. They will attack you, abuse your father, abuse everybody, make you feel like you are the problem, not them. So I am somebody you can believe than when these criminals are telling you anything. They will tell you to not listen to somebody like me, because somebody like me doesn't like them. Why would I like them? Why should I like criminals whose job is to make your life meaningless, destroy you, destroy your family, destroy your jobs, destroy your business, destroy everything around you? And while they are pretending that they want to help you, why should I like them? They are the real enemies of the people. But they will tell you that, oh, don't listen to him. Oh. Don't listen to Damayegun. Damayegun is, why should I lie to you? Why would I want to lie to you? So that you can what? Hate them. When they have all the power, they have all the resources to do the right thing, but they choose not to. And whenever they are caught in their lies, they double down. They gaslight you. They blackmail you. If that one is not working, they will threaten you. That's what they do. I've said this many times, right? There is no way that they will do what is right. And Mayegun will say they are doing something wrong. Once you are feeling it, for example, the national grid of Nigeria keeps collapsing, and I keep telling you why. So imagine if they now launch something and say, do you know that Nigeria is now generating 15,000 megawatt electricity? In fact, more than 80% of Nigeria now have 24 hours electricity. You know, that's a fact that cannot be covered with, I don't like them. You know that? It doesn't matter whether I like them or I don't. That's something that nobody can take away from them if they did that. Abi? If the Fulani terrorists are not just only arrested, but they are put on trial, and then they say that they have built one special prison or special camp where they are keeping over 300,000 terrorists in Nigeria. Some of them are going to be killed for their terrorism. Others are going to spend the rest of their lives there. They will die in that camp. And you see that farmers are now back on their farms. Communities that they call ungoverned areas, they are now kind of back there. People are back in their homes. Everything is going on fine. Nigeria is now growing our own food. Even if I don't like them, that's a fact that cannot be taken away from them. Do you understand what it means to say, oh, it's because you don't like us? How does that affect what you should do for people? So that's why somebody like me won't lie to you. There's no point. There's no reason. But they want people like me to lie to you by trying to be politically correct, by telling you that it's the same all over the world. People are, there are poor people all over the place. All countries are struggling. Economy is bad everywhere. People are losing their jobs. It's normal. Nigeria no get unemployment problem. Nigeria has more jobs than Canada, China, France, America, UK, Europe, all together. Nigeria is very stable. To say that to you when you are living in a shithole, that you yourself know that if you have a chance today, Omasakuru Mbeni. Do you understand? If they bring a ship to Nigeria today, I said this vessel, this ship can take 10,000 people, and we are bringing 10, which means 100,000 people. The first 100,000 people that get to this ship, we are taking them out of Nigeria to go and become citizens of this and that. A lot of you you go don't rush enter the ship before you even know which country they are taking you to, because you just want to jack back from the place. You just want to come up for this hell hole. But when you can't jack back, you begin to act like you are a patriotic Nigerian. I love my country. You are a liar. Some of you have already jackpot with your American passport, British passport, citizenship, Canadian citizenship, German citizenship, and all these citizenship are all over the place. But you will never go back to the contraption because you are loving Nigeria from abroad too. Only run here, you are a liar. You are not a patriotic person. Only running. The only person that will not lie to you is Mayegun. I won't lie to you. Even if my truth will make you uncomfortable, I will still say it. I will say it with a straight face, looking straight into your eyes, into your soul, and tell you what is going on. Even if you want to pretend that that shouldn't be, even if you are praying that it should not be. No. I will say it to you. APC Egbekegbe is a weapon fashioned against you. They are the enemies of the people. When they do these all things, the way they do all of these things to you, there are actual victims. There are real-time victims. People who are victims of APC Egbekegbe, and a lot of you are victims. A lot of you are. So Yeye Bello surrendered yesterday. He appeared in court today. Full of smiles. Person that stole 110 billion. One Olori Buku on Mayegun's diary political said, allegedly, Paedano. Olori Buku Edai. Olori Buku Dede. One man stole 110 billion from his own people in Kogi. He ran away. He's been playing hide and seek for months now. Okay? Finally, they said they had a deal. Him, all smiles. He took over the court today. His supporters were everywhere. They are shouting, "White lion, white lion." He was feeling good. Smiling. If not China, this way they will not smile because some come back on logalo to but he knows that in that contraption, this is just a show off.
Your hand, go this way. Your head.
They're different. So they take full shot of this. I come like say, you understand?
Can you stop, madam?
Okay.
I want it.
Awesome.
Your hand, go this way.
Yeye bello. Man. Nigeria politicians, they are the luckiest in the world. I swear, they are the luckiest. He knows that nothing is going to happen. Nothing. We'll just do this. You know, this is what they should have done a while back. Okay? And they would have possibly, you know, it will probably by now be attending different kind of APC Egbekegbe's gathering as a leader, as one of their leaders. Okay? One of the voluntary slaves asked me on Mayogun's Diary Political on Facebook earlier, and I was like, he's full of smiles. You know what? I said, should you be crying? Another one came and said, is it your money that he stole? It is Mayogun. If now you, won't you steal more than that? And so now go they talk and talk and talk, but I was like, what the heck, man? There is no better luck in this world than to be a Nigerian politician. Steal from them. I mean, if you want to steal from them, you need to steal very, very massively. Yeah, so that anybody that heard about how much you stole, they would just be like, Abba, you be chairman, oh. No go they steal 500 million, 1 billion naira, you decrease. Steal like 200, 300 billion. Steal the money, steal the money meant for medical care, hospitals, schools, roads. Steal the money, steal everything. Take loans, steal the loan. Let everybody call you thief and all of that. You will see those that will praise you and say, white lion, white lion. Your enemies will die, baba, because in the process, maybe you go drop something for them. They were worshiping him inside the court. They took over the entire courtroom. The judge had to walk out of the court. Like, man, what the heck is going on here? It's like bringing Michael Jackson, one superstar to court. That's what it felt like in Abuja this morning. It's like bringing one superstar. Everybody is there taking pictures, taking videos, and they're greeting him. Sir, Excellency, sir. How are you, sir? It's been a long time. How are you, sir? Is everything, sir? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Yes, sir. How are you? Sure, okay, sure. And he was there full of smiles. Like, I'm happy to see all of you. And you fans me. Like, and you fans me. And you fans me. And you fans me. all smiled. God damn it, man. Well, after the whole Atotonu back and forth, they said that Yeye Bello is a flight risk. So flight risk means that, since it took them over 1 year to finally get him, or for him to finally honor the court's invitation. But this guy was telling Nigerian court that if they wanted him to attend the corruption trial, they have to bring it to Kogi. I swear, he told them, his lawyers told the court that he can't come to Abuja. I can't come to Abuja. You need to bring the case to Kogi State. He was giving them conditions. He's been living inside government house. He succeeded rigging his own stoogie that they said is his cousin, Olodo of Kogi, as the governor. The day he was to be arrested in Abuja by EFCC, Olodo of Kogi drove from Kogi 2 hours or 2.5 hours from Kogi. He drove straight to Abuja. He broke the barricade that the EFCC mounted on Yeye Bello Street. He broke the barricade as the governor. He drove into the house, locked the gates, put Yeye Bello in his car, in his convoy, drove out of the place, and he took him straight to Kogi. Since then, Yeye Bello has been living inside the government house. Initially, they thought he's left Nigeria. No, he can't, because if he tried that, Interpol would have captured him. So, smarty. He stayed inside the government house, enjoying himself, And they were giving conditions to court. If he was going to come to court or if he's not going to come to court. So maybe finally when they just feel like, Oga, share mind, maybe she can lose the EFCC, the worst case scenario, people said that their facility is not that bad, it's not prison. So they will put in a nice room, and all of that they will begin to mount pressure on them. Maybe after a week, they will release you on bail. So that all this hide and seek thing can stop. I begin to feel, Oga. Let me think about it. Okay, don't worry. Yes. But are you sure that you will come with me? So, Oga, I have to come with you. I must come with you, Oga. That is Olodo and Yeye Bello talking. So when they finally were ready, they decided to go to the EFCC by telling all of their fans, and your fans, me, and court, Lola, is like a superstar that was brought to court. But the court said, no, we can't let you go. You are a flight risk. You have to stay with the EFCC. And this was how he was taken out of the court this afternoon.
It's okay. Thank you. No problem. We all need to
I think at a point, it felt like, you want to carry me, they go be there, say, enter now. Enter. Don't push me. Enter. Oh yeah, Egbe. Dropped him inside their bus. And they had to quickly rush out of the place because he's a Tata boys. He's one of the criminal governors in Nigeria that actually bought guns for thugs. All right. There's this song. What is that song again? For Mr. Tata Kogi. Tata. Yaya Bello. They were singing, if you come, we will do ta, like you go collect, so we go shoot and kill you. There's this song. I'll look for the song and I'll play it. I'll play it for some of you here. They were shooting people on election day like normal. It's a terror, a dreaded one, you know? And yeah, it's his political enemies at work. That's why they tell their supporters, my political enemies are at work. They are the ones coming for me. But there's no political enemy when they are looting their people, unfortunately. Even the people that they looted from are also going to be there to support him, you know. They don't have any real job. Politics is their job. Anything away from politics, they are just going to be fish out of water. They will die. Or maybe not all of them. You remember Uju? Auntie Uju? Auntie Uju Kennedy was removed as Minister of Women Affairs by Thiefnubu a couple of weeks ago. And Auntie Uju did not let that deter her, not like Omo Butter, Abi Omo Boti, Omo Better Edu. And not like Willie Wiki, that has no real means of livelihood apart from politics, even though he's a lawyer. Uju quickly grabbed her wig, went back to court to go and fight for the child and women's rights. Yeah, she's addressing the press after her court appearance. Now that she's not a minister, she's back to her job as a lawyer. Normally, you don't go probably believe she's a lawyer, right? But she's still dishing us her content as Uju.
Hi, my name is Barrister Mrs. Uju Kennedy Ohanenye, the former Honorable Minister of Women Affairs. Today I'm in court to give a support to my 4-year-old child who has been defiled and sodomized by the teacher. So I decided to come to court. She's been calling me, Mommy, will you come? Will you come and support me? So I'm here today to introduce myself to the court and see if they will allow me to act as a friend of the court, so that I'll be able to support this child in my personal capacity.
What shall I say unto the Lord?
Yes, Lord.
All I have to say, thank you, Lord.
What shall I say? Thank you, Lord.
Thank you, Lord. Uju Kennedy, she's not going anywhere anytime soon. But here is a report that Thiefnubu has appointed Jamiu Abiola. You remember him? Yeah, he's one of Abiola's children. Right? It's like the Donyo Egbekegbe's light, like Donyo Egbekegbe's light. You understand? So he has been appointed by Thiefnubu as senior special advisor on linguistic. What does that even mean? Like he's going to be advising Thiefnubu on languages or something. He's been appointed advisor on linguistic and something. I can't remember that now. It's not as if it matters anyway, but yeah. Before Thiefnubu left for France, so Kolu and his wife, Bat and Rat, have now left Nigeria to France to go and meet Macron for the next 3 days. They said that Thiefnubu is going there to go and solidify relationship with France. And okay, I have no idea. I I'm trying to kind of make a sense out of what they said is going to be doing, but I know that they said it's going to be hosted to a state dinner banquet. And it's meant to be a walking visit. Doesn't have to make any sense, all right? But Kolu, right, and his wife are having the best time of their lives. No doubt. Bats and rats, ladies and gentlemen, in their own Escalade, entering their own flying toy. Abi, akanbi ọmọ lóko dẹ, akanbi pamọ́ lẹ́kún, jayé o.
You won't need a car to travel. You won't need an aeroplane to travel. You will just say, I want to go to London. And you'll be in London. Whether you believe it or not, the time is coming when you won't need a car to travel.
You won't need the aeroplane to travel. A time is coming. You will just say, I want to go to London. And you will appear in London. All right? Except if you are Kolu, who doesn't have it does need a plane to travel. It does. It needs a car to travel too. As you can see. Nigeria. Professor, I beg, give me some motivation, please.
I'm highly disappointed of Nigerian government because the Nigerian government were highly disappointed in them due to foreseen circumstances. Definitely, I'm one of those people are proving people should die in coronavirus is more better than people should die in hungers. Hunger kills more than coronavirus because some people are less privileged. Due to foreseen circumstances that I said it, some people are less privileged, which they are based on daily pay, which are not even based on salaries. But our government thinks that the lockdown is the best solution to coronavirus and proving it to an extent and to the levels of alacrity that if someone die in coronavirus, it's more efficient to die in hunger. Because some people will be at indoor. There's no a way to make our own life. I'm highly disappointed.
You get? Anyway, on that note, I am going to draw the curtain on the, the brunch time today. However, we shall have a calling session, where those who want to add their own voices to this chat, you can have it. I'm going to go on a short break first. So when I come back from this short break, I will take calls. And the number to call is right there on your screen. Use it if you want to be part of this. Let's hope the line works. I hope it does. And when I come back, we'll continue from where we're stopping now. Don't go anywhere.
You get it? Okay. If you don't get it, forget about it.
Thank you very much. Now I have my first caller this afternoon. Is that Chief Adiola, if I'm right?
Chief Adiola, well done.
How are you, sir?
You know why I'm laughing. If you don't get it, forget about
it.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mayegun. Thank you, Mayegun. It's morning here, so I will not waste your time. I tried to reach you yesterday when we were talking about the Doyin Okugbe and Yeye Bello. But let me pick it up from there. If you listen to, and I want Nigeria to pay attention, Nigerians and all our listeners here. If you listen to Onapasa's interview, he mentioned he was very distraught about the appointment of Buala. Now, election and electioneering has started in Nigeria. So, and if you listen to him, he mentioned some names as people that work very hard for the emergence of Kolu. Mm-hmm. And one of the three, he mentioned three names specifically. One was Yeye Bello, El Rufai, and who was the third one? That all these people have been left outside of the deal. Now, let's take it back to Buhari's time. When Buhari was the president, the current president was left out of power. Yes. In fact, he had to step aside. But when elections started,
he had to run away from Nigeria too.
At the point,
it's like they were coming for him too.
Yes, yes. Buhari personally went to his house in Bodila.
Yes.
And that was the beginning of this Buhari's.
When he came out, they made him a reconciliator for APC to come and reconcile
exactly
ahead of 2019.
So,
right.
So I want Nigeria to know that that period has started again. The Yeye Bello that went to EFCC by himself is already a settled matter. Yeye Bello, like Kolu is the asset of US. Yeye Bello with his case is an asset for Thiefnubu second term. Nothing will happen. Nobody will go to jail under Thiefnubu. Like we all know, the only criminal can work for this. And that is confirmed even by the former Oshiomhole said it that come and receive deliverance. So the appointment and all the passionate speaking by Dr. Okugbe yesterday is just about that time again. that you will see people like that. They are already talking about 2027. Now, during that interview, Dr. Kugbe, passionately, he lowered his voice with passion, talked about the stakeholder. He called them the critical stakeholders in Nigeria. And he mentioned T.Y. Danjuma, mentioned all the former presidents.
Yes.
These are the people that have held our nation down without light, without good and everything. And they want us to continue that rotation, that evil rotation among the criminals. North and south, north and south. So that is the theory was propagating.
So
and eventually, believe it or not, you will see a lot of people will be reined in back into the fold, either by force.
What you just said right now will make me also say this. There was a report, because you just mentioned the hell-fire too. There's a report that Peter Obi, hell-fire, Atifku, Kwakwansop, these guys have met and they are contemplating of floating a new party. So
they will work.
So many young people are going to believe Obi if he says, let's go this way again. Not knowing that whenever they are plotting, the likes of El-Rufai that appears to be in a bad book of Thiefnubu right now could be the new mold in any other arrangements that they are putting together.
See, Obi will be the victim of everything. If Obi wants to, if Obi wants to be president of Nigeria, and he said he's not desperate, he should stand alone and be counted. The moment he aligns with any other person, BAT will win and they will continue to ridicule him. That's one. Let me move to the refinery talk. You see, Nigerians, the basket mouths and all the young guys you showed, like I told you, I'm in my early 60s now.
Yes, sir.
Many of them did not witness the best of Nigeria. The CNG they have gone to talk about. CNG started in 1850. It's an old invention in France. Later it moved to Pakistan in the 50s, India in the 1991s. I was in India in 1980. When I saw Marwa, Nigeria used to buy brand new car. There was no used car in Nigeria. You will import directly from Sweden, Volvo, Range Rover from UK to Nigeria. Now, when I went to India in 1980, I saw all this Marwa and Tata, all those nonsense tricycle. I was feeling that, oh wow, what a poor country. That is the same India today. That Marwa is almost 5 million naira per one in Nigeria.
God damn it.
That is the technology. The world is going up. Nigeria is going down. The world is talking about solar car. They're talking about electric car, cleaner energy. Nigeria is going back to invention of the 1850s. Now to the refinery. Refinery will not work. See, you cannot cover the truth for too long. You rightly put it that you put it right. You remember when they begin to borrow money to cushion for dollars? They say, oh, it will come, it will find, it's now 800. It's now wait it out, Marwa. Let us wait it out. Give it another 6 months. You cannot cover lives for too long. Maybe the next 6 months we will know. Either they produce or not, and at what price. Should just let them continue to blend, and whatever they do is not sustainable. If not be Panadol, it cannot be Panadol. So if you don't get it, forget about it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I love that, because you see, there is no how many times you repeat a lie that will automatically turn it to truth. If you don't get it, forget about it.
You get it? Okay. If you don't get it, forget about it.
That's charm. Hello, ma'am. Very much. I love.
Hello, ma. Good evening. Good morning.
Good morning. Or good brunch time to you. How are you, ma'am?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well. Oh, same. You know. Thank you for asking.
That's good to hear. Because I think a couple of times you haven't done the brunch time because you've been a bit under the weather.
Trust me, I have been, and it's only when I feel kind of like better, when I know that I am not going to be boring to all of you here, is when I show up. The weather is
my
like,
let me assure you that you're never boring.
Well, it takes a lot, though.
Never
So
boring
thank
at
you.
all. I listened to your talk yesterday, and today as well. And I think the only things I really wanted to touch on was that Portharcourt Refinery.
Please.
I think Nigerians, when they say, somebody has Nigeria's mumu button, I think whoever is in charge has Nigeria's mumu button. Okay?
And they know how to press up.
And they know how to press it. They told you that the Portharcourt Refinery is working. Michael, please, we're in November, right?
Mm-hmm.
And December is next month, the last year, the last month in the year, right?
That's right.
And we have, it's supposed to be the festive season that we're entering into, where they know that Nigerians will immediately enter into frustration, some people with depression because the year has been a terrible year. And then all of a sudden they told you that the Portharcourt Refinery is going to work. And I think one of the callers yesterday told us that made the mention that the bags of rice the cost of a bag of rice was coming down, right? And all of those things, there was a story they used to tell us when we're young about this rat, some kind of rat that will, if they are biting your feet, yeah, it will blow breeze at the same time.
Yeah.
Just to give you that sensation that something bad is not happening to you. That is exactly what Nigeria is like right now. People that are like, they're strangling you, but instead of killing you outright, they'll release the hand they're using to strangle you, so that you can breathe in some air. Think that you have hope, and then they'll come and press it again. That's what this whole story is about. That is what
And it's really unfair, charm.
It is demonic. It is demonic. It is evil. It is wickedness of the highest order. They have no intention of releasing Nigerians from the bondage or from the economic hardship that they've already put us in. They've already subjected them to, right? They have no intention of doing that. What they want to do is just, giving people, tell you, oh, there's light at the end of that tunnel, there's light, and then they will squash it again, right? Because the one that is even coming is worse than what we've passed through. That's what Nigerians don't understand. There's no Portharcourt Refinery that is miraculously going to work.
I mean, how can a refinery start working last night and this morning is loading? Who does that now? Come on, man. How?
That's what I said. They have Nigerians to move button because it's almost as if we are void of critical thinking or analysis, or just take a pause and take a moment.
So much that they need a break. They need a good news, something.
They need a good news.
When they give them one, they're actually desperate to want it to be true. So if you come out and say this thing doesn't look real, they will attack you and abuse you, that you are the ones who wants to kill their joy.
Yeah, exactly. You are like a joy killer. You don't want us to be happy. That this thing is working for us. Nothing is working for anybody in Nigeria. Nigeria has to wake up and smell the shit that is around them. I don't want to say coffee. Coffee is more like how will I put it? It's for rich people. We are poor.
Coffee is for the elites.
It's for the elites. Let's talk about let's smell the shit that is around us, because that's what is happening. And then a lot of things have been happening with this Thiefnubu's government. You see all the useful idiots in all their, in all their various shapes and sizes. Two-Face, and who is the other mumu that was beside him? Like he rightfully said, how many of them are using cars that have CNG?
None of them.
None of them. And even if they beg them tomorrow to use that CNG just for show, they still will not do it.
No.
They tell you about bulletproof. How stupid can you be?
What's the correlation with cylinder?
What is the correlation between cylinder and bullet?
And bullet.
The gas, is it coming in the shape of pellets or what?
I wonder how.
Tell me that it is explosion proof, then I will and then start to maybe actually understand what it is that you're saying. When you're telling me it is bulletproof, I don't know what you're talking about. You are stupid.
And
Because that thing is not simple.
Skitmakers, comedians, to go and take a look at something so technical and as a CNG, like something as technical as CNG, and they believe that Nigerians will probably buy it just like that. Like, what are they
thinking? Because the country is devoid, the majority in that country is devoid of critical thinking. They will see, famous faces like Two-Face and the other idiot that was there with him. Both of them are useful idiots. They'll see the two of them and I say, well, okay, CNG is all right. After all, Two-Face said it and this other idiot said it as well. Let's go and buy CNG, and then it explodes and you die. Who are you going to blame for your lack of thinking skills? Did they tell you that they have what they call it? They're using CNG, or that they will buy CNG for any of their?
No, they are not.
Their own people.
If you want to,
no, they're not going to do it.
To promote such, right? It will be better for what is his name? For example, Two-Face, okay, to take his car. Like, you do a documentary, you say, this is my car, I'm taking it for conversion now. Then you convert it, you put your family inside it. Then you travel from Lagos to Benue. You get that now?
Exactly.
And then you can easily say, I'm pumping gas into my CNG tank now, and I'm going to drive. This is what it cost me, 20,000 naira. From Lagos, now I'm going to Benue State, Makurdi.
Yeah.
So when I get to Makurdi, I will show all of you the meter again. Then you drive, you put your family inside the whole thing, then you drive from Lagos to Makurdi. When you get to Makurdi safely, then you do the video again and say, see, I'm now in Makurdi. See, look at me, this is Makurdi. We arrived safely. We are going back to Lagos again in this CNG. That's how you do an advert to convince people.
My ego, you see that one self, let me just say, me that I know myself. Two-Face has to show us minute by minute that he traveled from Lagos to Makurdi. Okay? You're not going to tell me that he started the journey in Makurdi, then leave it blank and then tell me from the minute one. No, don't switch off your visa. I will not believe him. Let him move from Lagos minute by minute that he got to that Makurdi. Don't worry, we'll stay and we'll watch.
Anything APC, you have to touch it with a serious skepticism. It's normal.
Absolutely, because that is where the country has gotten us to, right? There are those two things I want to add because so that other people can call.
Please.
Now, I've listened to a lot of people, activists out there talking about, how we need to elect more honest people, or more activists need to get into the politics and everything. And what is clear to me is that people really need to, maybe we need to start, giving people subscriptions to My Group's Diary Political, right? So that they can come and listen to you talk. Because I understand the depth of the problem that we have in Nigeria. The depth of the problem we have in Nigeria is not that we cannot elect honest people. Is that the criminals that you have in power are so ingrained that for you to say that the only way to resolve that issue is by electing honest people, is like you're not telling yourself the truth, right? And I say this because I also listen to Aisha Yusuf, and I really admire her activism, but I feel sometimes that she's, she hasn't really thought about it critically. Now, we had the Edo election, right? They campaigned, they did a lot of things. At the end of the day, what happened? APC won, right? Even in places where you would have thought they wouldn't have won.
Yeah.
Okay, they did that in the same I think it was Osun State, or was it Ogun State that had?
It was in Ondo.
Ondo
started
State,
from Kogi. Kogi. Then Edo, then recently Ondo, and they are going to go on.
Okay, and all of these places. What does it tell you? Coupled with the fact that we have a criminal, what they call it? God, all my English is failing me right now. The judiciary. Yes, we have a compromised judiciary, right?
Right.
So there's so many things that are going on in the country that for you to say that we should wait for an election. 2027, so that we can
decay.
Exactly.
You cannot have any real election anywhere in Nigeria.
You can't.
Forget it.
It ought to be clear to people right now that we shouldn't be talking about elections. We should really be talking about how to eliminate the current, the current people in power, right? How to actually exercise the decay that is already in that country. We shouldn't be talking about elections. We have no elections. Everything that what we have here is that we just
they have thick scores. I said they have thick scores in that place, man. that all these things, they may sound
you
good
know,
to them.
I tend to agree with you.
Yeah, they sound good to them, but they will tell you it's impossible to do. So they would rather just go with the status quo, hoping that these guys will make mistake, right? And then they will be in charge.
They will.
And it
doesn't look like they're about to make mistakes.
No.
It doesn't work that way.
No.
They don't look like they're about to make mistakes.
No.
You know, at the end of the day. And even if you think that, for goodness sake, and I keep repeating it here on this platform because I feel like a lot of people don't really understand what it means to have an active CIA asset as your president.
They don't.
You know, it's like, you know, for me, I feel like you know, something new happened to me when you mentioned when you brought that news to us, and it wasn't you bringing that news to us. It is a verifiable fact that
that's right.
This man is a CIA asset who is the current president of Nigeria. It should tell you that you don't have a country. You don't have the freedoms that you think that you. Yeah, exactly. You don't have the freedoms that you think that you have. You don't have a democracy. Whatever you have is an illusion. It's an illusion of democracy. And until you remove such entities from your politics, right? You don't have a country. People talk about constitution, and you've said it here multiple times on this platform that you cannot ask these people to tell themselves that they will no longer have a job. The thing, what we need to do here, what we really need to do, is to get rid of Thiefnubu
and everything that's
the only way
with him. Everyone,
everything, and exactly everything and everyone who is associated with Thiefnubu needs to go. When we kid ourselves and we fool ourselves that we can change the trajectory of the country by just electing honest people, we're really fooling ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay. We're really making asses of ourselves. And I think like the previous caller said, right? I'm talking about elections and OB and all of that. Right,
coming together. They said they are forming a opposition, strong opposition.
You see, when I joined your platform, right, I was very pro OB, right? But after listening to you, after all the facts, everything that you shared, everything that's happened, right? I like Peter Obi, I do. But I don't think I can support anyone who wants to build in Nigeria with all the current fault lines that he has. Right? When I say fault lines, I talk about things that are unjust, the wrong constitution. Are you going to tell people the people who own resources in South where they ought not to own those resources, that you're going to come into power and you're going to change that? Now, if you're not saying that, if you're not talking about changing the constitution, if you're not talking about revamping the election process or changing the judiciary whole and entire, right? Then I don't see why I'm supporting you. Because even if you make Nigeria work again, right, and people are able to, you have all of these industries and everything, as long as you have those fault lines that will, cause problems down the line, it only has to take another dishonest politician, right?
Somebody else can come in and just reverse everything.
Exactly. It's only going to take another criminal, another CIA asset.
Charm. Obi did all he could. And if somebody that succeeded him was like Obi, nobody will be asking what did Obi do in Anambra today. Or 8 years after him, right? Today, a lot of people are asking, what did he do? What did he do in Anambra? Meanwhile, it took just another lunatic after him to reverse everything he did. Everything.
Thank you. In fact, that is a perfect example, right? So we don't need politicians to tell us that all you have to do is we're going to make this industry work. We're going to turn night vigil into night shift, which is great, but that's not what we need. We need to seriously address the injustices, which is the fault lines with which that country was put together, and then you can then say, okay, we are forging a new path. But if you're not going to do that because you're going to upset some people, or you're going to upset the dynamics and this and that and the other, then
exactly.
You have to be. That is where we're at right now. We need to be willing to shake things up, to move things back to the way they ought to be, right? So that you can actually move forward.
The only person that can do that is Shore, and it doesn't have this national acceptance so far, right? The person who can send.
I don't know how Shore is going to get that national acceptance,
but it's never going to get that chance. People say it's right. Charm. Let me take another one, okay?
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, my good. Thank you very much.
Continue this later as well, right?
All right.
You have a good one, ma'am. Okay. Thanks a lot.
The farmer will make more money. Your lunch will not be imported. Cassava gari, yeah. The farmers will make money. The dinner will be cassava by
Turn the so-called Yahoo boys to experts in manufacturing and creation of chips that intercept and
Nigeria is so corrupt, which I regret the day I was born in this country. It's unfair. This is unfair now. This is unfair. Nigeria is so
unfair. Hello there.
Hello, General.
Yes,
good morning
sir.
To you, brother.
The African Wahala. Prince Adewale from Canada. How are you today, Baba?
I'm good. I'm very, very well. Thank you for the program.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for the great presentation, for not giving up on these Nigerians. But I have a prayer point today.
Go ahead.
I have a prayer point. And I would encourage people to implement this same prayer point amongst people that you come across that will argue with you that APC is good. All you have to tell them is, listen, since APC is good, because I had this conversation with someone yesterday telling me that Portharcourt Refinery has started working. I called him a hopeless romantic. You know, one of those people that no matter how many times your heart has been broken, you will still continue looking for love. That's what these some of these people.
They are very much like people who love to be abused, and they've never really experienced true love. So to them, right, abusive relationship is just a relationship that at the end of the day, they blame themselves when things goes wrong. That's exactly the relationship that APC is having with Nigerians. It's abusive.
Yeah. You know, this particular guy, he was very shouting, oh, Buhari, oh, for 8 years, Buhari is the best. I love Buhari. Oh, Buhari is the best. Oh, I love Buhari so much. Okay, no problem. About a couple of months ago, he was asking me for money. Oh, my brother, oh, I'm so broke. Please, I need to feed my children. Keep in mind, once Thiefnubu got in, he continued the same trajectory that he was on when Buhari was in. So I told him yesterday after he said that stuff about the Portharcourt Refinery, I said, yes, you are a hopeless romantic, I get it. But let me give you a final prayer. I pray that your life will be exactly as Nigeria will be after APC is done with Nigeria. Say amen. I pray that your life, I said, bro, I pray that in fact, let me take it to the next level. I pray that your children's lives and your life will be exactly how Nigeria will be after APC is done with Nigeria. How about you say amen? He couldn't say amen.
He didn't?
Nope. He did not.
You see, that's the hypocrisy. That's the hypocrisy, all right? Majority of them actually knows the truth, okay? But somehow, they always kind of try to avoid it. They would automatically say you are cursing them. You say, why is that a cause? You said Thiefnubu is doing fine. Nigeria is better, or Nigeria will be better, Abi. Okay, may your life end up the same way as Nigeria will end. They will say you are cursing them.
Thank you very much. So why are they contradicting themselves? So please, my people, I encourage you, give them prayers. This prayer has no ulterior motive. It's a legitimate prayer. It's simple. You're not cursing them. Since they believe that APC and Kolu and Boko Haram are going to fix Nigeria, then may their lives and the lives of their children be exactly how Nigeria is. Or let's even give them the benefit of doubt. Let's assume APC doesn't fix Nigeria to the best level. But let's assume, because I'm playing devil's advocate right now,
right?
APC will lead Nigeria on a positive pathway. If that's their belief, right? Then may their lives and the lives of their children be exactly like Nigeria will be at the end of it.
Amen.
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 And then finally,
go on.
Let me just remind people that the only reason why Tinubu is going to France once again is to continue the relationship between France and African countries that has always been detrimental to the lives of African people. That's it. Point blank period. And he has been to France about 4 or 5 times in the last 4 months because he's one of their main stooges in Africa. It's surprising. Boko Haram wasn't even that much of a stooge to France, but Tinubu's level of stoogeness is at the next level. So remember, the only reason Tinubu is going to France is to maintain that relationship that has destroyed the lives of African people as a result of French imperialism and other Western nations. Thank you so much, Mayegun General.
Thank you very much, the African Wahala, again, for stopping by. Enjoy the rest of the day, Baba, and take it easy.
You too.
Cheers, man. Here is another caller. I believe this is Chuku Emeka. Did I get it right, sir? Did I? Okay. Now, that's WhatsApp connection, doing what WhatsApp connection does, hanging in the balance. Okay? So let's hope I get him back. Yeah, oh, see, I lost him again. Anyway, the line to call or the number to call is right there on your screen. Keep trying, okay? Here, hello there, MOG, sir.
Hello, man.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Well, thank you. I only wanted to say something about the issue of Davido and some of our stupid people living in Nigeria. Good. And the stupid ones, wicked ones living abroad.
Go ahead.
You know, when you give, or you've been giving, but this time around, giving is now turning to when you give, you'll be hurt in your heart. Not that it's normal thing to give, like givers. Yes. You know, when you give, you're happy. But giving now is not bringing happiness now when you are giving to people living in Nigeria. So for the people that are insulting Davido never suffered in his life. I saw one video about Davido. I think he will be like 3 or 4 years old then, that place. He saw the cars parked in his father's compound. Although nobody knows how the father got the money or how he made his money, but we will make investigation. Some money, we know every rich people in Nigeria, they somehow they got their money from the government, free. But that guy never suffered. He been eating well. He had been flying aeroplanes since he came out from his mother's womb.
Exactly.
And for him to come out openly. And if you see the life of Davido, he always like I used to tell people that Davido is like somebody they denied his childhood. Upon all his money, he's down to earth. Try to interact with everybody. Try to show happiness. Try to play with everybody. He never discriminate. You know, he was always like going to normal people, not going to people on his level, except in a maybe some occasions he will find himself in a place where all the big boys are. But Davido tried his best to bring himself down. For him to open his mouth, and if you watch the interview, his voice there, he's struggling to say it, but he have to say it because he gives, and he's touching him now. Because nobody will tell me there's no day Davido will not spend giving people money every day, not less than 1 million naira just to eat, or school fees or hospital bill or whatever. People will be calling him private and openly, even when you go to his walls. So he has been giving. Now he has seen that it's not going to end. It's just like somebody taking drug. It's not going to stop. So for him to say it, it's better for him to say so that the government and we Nigerians to hear this and do something. Because for a rich person to open up his mouth and say it's a mess, that we are suffering, That means he's suffering, although he can afford anything. And people out there insulting him, bashing on him, that he's supposed to project Nigeria so sweet, that has to do this.
Because they expected him to lie. And these are the people who are actually destroying Nigeria. They are the ones who wanted him bashed. The ones who are Nigeria, looting Nigeria, you know.
If I'm opportunity to become Nigerian president, the first TV station I will close is TVC. TVC. I will close it down. I will sell the house.
You detest them, Abi. Like, what happened to free speech now? You know they have the right to free speech too.
No. This one is no more free speech. Yeah, right. I will make it a marketplace, or I will make it a poultry. See that place? I will sell it down, because you see, they always bring young people. They always set up young people to deceive young people. They always bring up people that are suffering to deceive their fellow suffering people. That's what they call Deji or something, that always deal with big head. He always speaking like somebody that have kata. That guy is a liar. And this girl that was there shouting. You see, when people started shouting like this, defending something, you see, there's a lot of lies. So how can she be insulting Davido? Davido has been eating chicken, not on Sundays, not on Easter, not on Christmas, every day of his life. And you're so insulting that boy that he says something that is open everywhere. The whole world knows. So for them to know, for Nigerians to know again, since America opened their mouth to say our president is CIA assets, they should know that Thinubu will never go to any visitor is coming now. That's why anywhere he goes now, people will be scared about him. All the president of the world, they will scare him away. Either second in local government chairman welcoming him.
I think they're just going to be very careful around it.
Yes, that's why either local government chairman will be welcoming him, and deputy governor will be welcoming him, or not even deputy president of any country. And for him to go to France, people are running away from France. We saw how France is putting himself in Burkina Faso, trying to by force, and Thinubu is now running to them. So that means, like Africa, what I said, it's not changing. He's not even Nigeria, Africa. Thinubu is one of the people that they want to use to destroy Africa completely. Thank you so much, my
Thank you so much, MOG. You enjoy the rest of your morning, Baba. Okay. Now I think I have Chukwe make a back. Is it you? Did I get you back? Anyway.
Baba.
How are you, Baba?
How you doing now?
Same old, you know. I'm just here. Man. How are you?
It's your line, a hotline, oh brother. It's always difficult to get through, even during the lunchtime.
I know. It depends on what they talk about. Sometimes it could just be like, you know what they call it, heaven. I've been in paradise, now by force. So anybody with theater, now we will drag ourselves inside. But it's good that you give up.
Yes, so.
Thank you so much,
Michael. I just want to take it a different perspective, just a little bit different from what we're discussing today, which is on Simon Ekpa.
Okay.
You know, I know you had
the honestness right now again. Go ahead.
No, not too much. I just,
go ahead. Sure.
You know, so before now, I haven't really been focusing on anything I haven't really been focusing much really on his activities or anything, you know, quite frankly. I've always seen him to be, in my opinion, no, not so much, because I've always felt he's been kind of in opposition really to how Nnamdi Kanu approaches things, quite frankly, you know. So, yeah, so I've always seen him as a useful nuisance, if I may say. That's been the truth. So anything concerning him, I don't want to know. You know, it was until last week, I think it was on Sunday, you talked about the fact that he displayed the new pictures of a woman. That one, it busted my brain. I couldn't believe it. You know, I was like, maybe my good talk lie. No. My good talk lie. This one not lie. My good check.
Because there are things you can check.
My good check. Yeah. Yes. So I went online and I saw it. I'm like, oh my God. This guy is just a thug. That's pretty much what it is.
But we're supposed to be
it's just like,
right? We live in this Western world.
You know,
okay? Like there are some certain things that I would never do for some reason, right? Because it tells more about me than those person. You get that?
Exactly. It's just like all this immature behavior of, people, maybe you had an affair with somebody, you have, the person's nude pictures, and then you display it online. I mean, it shows the level of thinking of people, their level of mentality. It's entire meal. And the fact that there are people solidly behind him. This is our Messiah. I mean, I say, when I know they think, when I know they hear what's in they talk, don't you guys see? The worst part is the fact that
there are those who didn't really agree with him as well. Sure, you get, but they wanted to ignore all those kind of vices and pick on what they think, is pretty much aligned to their belief by ignoring those ones. But there are some certain things that you cannot ignore, honestly.
Yes, you need to look at the big picture generally. When you're analyzing an individual, you take all the areas into consideration before making, a final decision.
There are some red flags, right? I mean, there was a time that I think he told them that he has a video evidence that Nnamdi Kanu's wife, she's sleeping around, and people believed him. He never presented anything, but he said he had evidence. You get that now? And
that one I even try me class.
They started saying, I said, this is the woman who is Nnamdi Kanu's children's mother. No matter what you actually know about him, like where I come from, you still have to have that respect that you have for her husband, right? Still covers her.
Exactly.
No matter what.
Exactly. Treat her as an extension of him. Exactly.
If you go to the level of calling her a shewu, how do you guys do this?
No, we don't. No. He's gone overboard.
The mother to Nnamdi Kanu's children is this. How do you feel just to get at someone? It's crazy.
He will have his day in court, really, and I hope justice will be served. Now, let me come back. Let me start coming a little bit closer now to what we're discussing.
You're going to make us talk about this too, so get ready. Go on and make it.
No, Yawa.
Yeah, I'm used to it. They've been calling me different names. They've called me Undi Afonja. But I have to go and look that up. I'm like, which one is Undi Afonja? I say, oh, the Afonja people. Right. So I am now Afonja. Just simply because, you've said something that makes some people feel uncomfortable. So
no, but you say it as it is now. You're saying the truth as it is now. So that will not supposed to be anything, quite frankly. My no vexu. It seems to me like this Portharcourt Refinery story. I think maybe now because the ember season is coming, okay, and because people would be highly expectant now, as in people need to have money to be able to spend during that period. So they are now dishing out hope.
Cheap. Discount, they don't do discount well. They're supposed just make sure, say, like, for example, right? Oh, refinery is working now. The Portharcourt Refinery's PMS will be 750. Even like anything lower. You get people will buy they go buy the idea, say, oh, that means it's working. True. See the price.
Yes.
But you are selling it higher than Dangote that is importing crude oil. Make that make sense.
Michael, say this would have been a very, very good way to score a very high point.
I swear.
On the part of Thiefnubu and Ronukus. It was a very good opportunity if they made this thing real. I mean, think now. How we go get this? We get the crude oil, Portharcourt there, and then we now have to buy petrol higher than what Dangote is importing into the country. Who does that? Who does that?
It makes sense.
I mean,
but when you ask these questions, now they go they abuse. It be like that time, It be like that time when they talk about Nigeria here. You remember this photo on the screen, Baba?
Yeah.
It was simply by asking questions that you get to know the scams. It's so easy. But a lot of people just felt like, because Adi Sirika went to London, he came to London, right? And he went for the London Air Show, International Air Show, where people, airlines, aircraft manufacturers, and all these guys, everybody shot them, air enthusiasts and aircraft enthusiasts and all them. They will come to a place to see new designs, to see old designs, to see all this stuff, right? And this guy just came and he presented, they had a stand, Nigerian stand, and he presented this logo and said,
logo, imagine.
Nigeria Air. Baba, The next thing, they said Nigeria national carrier. It's okay, that sounds good. I would love for them to have a national carrier. But if you want to have a national carrier, you have to have a website for us to know that you are starting something. Office in India to show that you're actually like starting something. A recruitment announcement where you will know that you are recruiting pilots. A possibility that you have placed order for aircraft that will be your maiden launch, and that can take up to 3 years to be ready to start with, right? So if you show us all this evidence, okay, we can say, Omo, they won't start Nigeria airline.
Very good. They don't need evidence. All it is recruit ronukus, recruit this madman like doing Okukwe, recruit Bayo Ononuga and all these crazy people, and then have them do their nonsense online. Imagine doing Okukwe, they talk say if not for Thiefnubu, Naira would have been at 17,000.
And there is no economic sense to it. There's no economic fact to back that up. Like, so, yeah, we know that the whole thing don't fall apart, Abi, but there's no record, there's no proof that Nigeria now would have been 17,000. Nothing, no facts to back that up.
You know why I'm most upset with people like him is this man looks frail. He looks like he's close to his death grave. For God's sake, you don't have anything to lose. Not true now. You don't have anything to lose.
You are older now. You don't look well. Anything can happen to you anytime. Don't you have a time that you have to kind of like begin to say the truth? Because anything can happen to you anytime, man. They don't care.
Now why you they thought say if this is what old age actually does look like, as in when person go day old, you know go they talk true. I don't want old though.
Just die young.
I don't want old though. Because he said if not for Thiefnubu,
it's only that the foolish people also grow old. They make
It's unfortunate, Baba. It's unfortunate, Baba. The man they talk say that Thiefnubu has made things better. He has forgotten that there is now more population of Almajiris in Nigeria, which not just the northerners. People don't they beg well land now, even in the south, and he still has the he still has the guts to say that Thiefnubu is the best thing that ever happened. Is the apple of the eye of the Yoruba people. Really?
Honestly.
I go make I free you so that other people can call in. Jerry.
Ass licking never even starts.
Nah,
I tell you,
it's crazy.
By the time we get
it's crazy. It's too much.
2026. Some of us go there. Possibly it go reach one level. Say we feel they even they look for these people. One on one. Say, Emeka, where you they go? Say, well, I'm looking for Bayo Ononuga. Say, why, Baba? Calm down, no. What you they hold for your hand? So, Baba na shovel. I they look for Ononuga. Say, why? Give me that shovel. Come. Say, take off for granted. You get that level. By the time you get to 2026, you will see them. I said this before, and I said, see, if you have witnessed the APC propaganda before with Thiefnubu, right, they will do propaganda. So you go, they ask yourself, say, wait, are they talking about this Nigeria or another one?
I'm telling you.
You get that? You'll be asking yourself,
another universe.
Wait, is this the same Nigeria they are talking about or another one? They will be telling you that you are the one who is not saying it. Things have changed. Things have gotten better.
Papa, it is unfortunate. It is really, really unfortunate, Baba. It's a shame.
Well, we will keep doing our own best to be the alternative source of information so that ignorance can just be by choice now. Okay? So nobody can pretend to be ignorant of anything.
Exactly.
Okay, there will be your choice. You will just be the one to choose lies over truth.
That's what it is.
So you won't say, I didn't know. Thank you so much, man. You have a very good one.
I appreciate you. Take care, Baba. You try.
You too. Nice one.
Yeah, man.
So I have another caller. I believe. Should I call you Frederick or Fred?
Frederick Sadu.
Oh, Frederick would do. How you doing, Baba?
My brother, God will bless you, Jerry. I enjoyed your program very well. I'm always tuned to your program because the enlightenment and all to Nigerian youth and the populace is good.
Thank you so much.
Like one thing I'm saying, the way I'll generally go to our own pidgin English now. The way, my brother, the way when these people stay succeed, impoverish us, it makes us, many of us, whenever travel out of the country, but because we are now living in a global village through the digital world, we are seeing other things. bare young ones, even elderly people, they express their own their thought, their usefulness to the public, so that in old age, people always respect them. Even after they must have gone, their legacy remains. That's what old age. That's why we pray to live long, even more than yeah. But for what we are seeing in Nigeria of today, I'm surprised. The elderly people, they are the major cause of our problem. For 100 million, 100,000, they tell lies. As if when they die, they will carry the money along. Can you just imagine, just yesterday here, when Buhari was the president, Nigeria Air, we all celebrate in Nigeria because we are not opportunity to travel out of the country. We were celebrating. We were happy at least.
They meant it to say that
yes.
Putin now. Who go hear that?
My brother, my brother, we not losing our Ethiopian air. They go paint, go sample for us.
Papa, see that
at the end of it,
level of sea finish now. Now total sea finish.
Then you just see the picture, picture that I was taking to sample the aircraft launch. Can you imagine?
Bring her call Nigeria. Nigeria media took pictures. They display the picture everywhere to say, "Omo, Nigeria don't come." Oh, chai.
In social media, we joined the group.
Chai. I just lost Frederick there. Let's hope I get you back. Frederick was calling from Nigeria. I didn't want him to say where exactly, right? But somehow we just lost that our caller. Let me see if I can free the line enough to have Fred back, if he still wants to. Give me a sec. Okay, that should do. But when they were pushing this lie, this guy on the left, Tolu Ogulesi, was Thiefnubu's special advisor on media. Okay, this image will remain like they're supposed to put this image in the museum in Nigeria and all over the world as the face of fraud, the face of those who deceived over 200 million Nigerians. Well, maybe not all of them though, except those who believed them. Like they will make announcements and that somehow you probably want it to be true, okay? And say, okay, I don't want them to see me as a bad belly, but let me go and check this very well and see if this is true. Then you start digging and digging. Before you even do 2-3 searches, it's obvious it's not true. It's a lie. Then you already have like 10 questions to ask. So when you now call them and say, come on, I want to ask this question, this and that. Then their mob, especially on social media, they will quickly attack you. Shut up your mouth. Well, why are you always like this? Well, why don't you see anything good in Nigeria? Every time you don't see anything good in this country. Blah, blah, blah. Say, I'm asking questions. Just answer the question or you keep short if you don't have any answer. But when the truth finally hits them, because it always takes time, when the truth hits them, they will just disappear. Until another lie is out there for you to bust, then they'll come out again, like the Portharcourt Refinery. Hello there.
Hello, Maegun. Good afternoon. It's morning over here. This is Ken from ATL. I'm all right.
Grand. Thank you so much for calling in.
My name is Ken. I'm calling from ATL.
Say that again. Ken from
Ken from ATL, Atlanta.
ATL, Atlanta, Georgia. Baba. Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning, Maya. I'm all right. First of all, I want to say once again, thank you for all the information you dish out to us.
Thank you so much.
It's very important. And I must say that before I actually joined the platform those days, I've seen a little bit of this corruption, but I didn't believe. I usually believe their propaganda when they bring them on. But your platform actually exposed a lot of things. And in fact, these days when I talk, people think I'm radicalized. I'm not radicalized. I know the truth. I know the truth. And they cannot sell those things to me anymore. Before you came up with the evening edition yesterday where you talked about the refinery, the first time I saw that news, I started laughing. I said, APC is here again with content.
They are back again.
They are back again. Boom, you came in the evening, you dissolved everything. I said, I knew it. How can a refinery start producing and they are loading the next day? And then you will come back in 1 month. Oh, vandals have gone. They have exploded somewhere. La 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 la. Just to cover up the shenanigans that they are doing.
You remember when they used to show us video in 2022? Video of ship taking crude oil to Dangote.
Yeah,
you remember
taking crude oil to Dangote.
They say first batch.
Breaking news.
Dangote received first batch
is
crude
coming.
Oil.
Helicopter is showing second batch.
Second batch.
Where
third batch. And later we now realize that it was all for performative.
All for nothing. Damn. And then every day, see, why you stop abusing APC are the real content creators.
I swear.
They know that Nigerians love content.
Chai.
So Kolu has escaped for the 32nd time, traveling for nothing. They gave us refinery content so that we'll be fighting. Happy about content, but he has gone again for nothing, just vacation with our money. And that is refinery we're talking about. Watch out, within now and Friday, another content will be the airwaves. We will continue with those ones. And people are so gullible.
Chai.
I wish people can log on to your channel. One of the things that you disinformed from my mind was about Nnamdi Kanu, the kind of propaganda they pushed. I hated this guy to a beat.
Hey, I mean,
I'm like, no, what kind of a terror man is this?
There are some Igbo guys that said, I happen to be the person that actually convinced them about Nnamdi Kanu better.
I'm telling you, you are the person that disinformed my mind about him. And I went behind the scene to watch his video
properly.
I was taken aback. Like, God damn it. Nigerian government, they are the real evil. Politicians in Nigeria are the real evil. Yeah. If they want to come at you with their machinery, they will leave nothing unturned. No stone unturned to destroy whoever they want to destroy. Yes, but why don't you use those kind of energy to repair the country? Because you will never see them
a lot of them will be out of job.
I'm telling you,
somebody
stole 110 billion from your state. You are going to praise him in the court of law.
Yes.
How? Who did this to us in Nigeria? How? When people call me back home and I'm telling them this, they say, this guy is radicalized. So maybe he has joined one group in America. I know the truth. I have information. When I see news these days, I know how to go to the bottom of the news. I don't just read headline anymore. Headlines are made for ignorant people.
Honestly.
The real news is in there. They just give you phone. Portharcourt Refinery working.
And you see the hidden truth. Go.
And that's some of the things your platform gives to me. I just flash through headline. I run with it. But these days, once I see it, I just start laughing. Here we go again.
See through.
Here we go again. What kind of life are we saying? So are you telling me all these people calling about Simon Ekpa? They don't know the kind of evil perpetrations that he made from his mouth. No, I want to know these people that are calling, both the one that are saying that you should, if you don't like what he's saying, you should not do it, don't talk about it, and the one that is saying one thing happen. How can you kill the person you are fighting for?
I mean, we know that the Nigerian corrupt system, the political class, they are doing their own killings, right? But that doesn't mean that we can ignore the ones that he professed himself. And that's why we're like, you see, if you want to condemn A, let's condemn B too. It doesn't probably, cancel all the other probably things he's done.
I'll come when I think yes. So you see, Saddam Hussein started getting this wrong when he started killing his people.
Yes.
That was when they gave him up.
was around.
But you remember, Mayego, before when he was not killing his people, they protected him to the last.
Yes.
Americans couldn't get him. The moment he turned on his people and started killing them.
It all started from George Bush Senior.
George Bush Senior.
Saddam. Still years later.
It took them. But the moment he turned on killing his people, Mayego, his people gave him up. So you sit in Finland and tell me that if I go out for sit at home, I will collect water, and you are fighting for me. What makes you feel that by going out on that Monday is the only time I have something to go and get, just sell little market and get money to eat? You kill me and you are happy, you are dancing, and you say you are fighting for me. You are not fighting for me. The only prayer I have every day, and my only advice to Nigerian government, they are better don't allow Nnamdi Kanu to die in jail, because if he dies in jail, they will not go scot-free.
Probably going to get worse.
And these people should remember something. They should remember something. Michael Buhari is suffering today. All the bad policies he made, he's suffering now.
Yes.
He cannot go back to repair it. Thiefnubu has started making his own policies. He's enjoying now. After 8 years, somebody else will come, he will start suffering. I don't know the way they are wired. But if only they can put things in place that will help them. You did not repair electricity. Now you can't stay in Daura. Those free diesels that was going to Daura is no longer coming.
Not anymore.
You can't buy them with your money because
they had to smuggle him out of the same Daura.
Of course, that's what I'm saying.
Because of when the terrorists were advancing and they rounded up a casino state around that time, they had to smuggle him out of the place.
Psycho fans were taking diesel to his house, praising him, Sai Baba. They were lighting his house 24/7. The moment Thiefnubu came in, Psycho fans moved to Thiefnubu. No more free diesel for him. Nigerian government should think. We, the Igbos, should think. If we are going to get Biafra, we cannot be divided. We cannot speak from two sides of our mouth.
A divided house against itself is probably meant to.
If we are going to see, Oduduwa Republic was able to fall out because we saw the shafts that were using people to make money. Now we know them.
Yes.
We knew it. Thiefnubu was a blessing to us. Thiefnubu brought out a lot of hidden agenda from all these our elders that were lying to us. We saw them. We've seen through them now. We know who they are.
Yes, so.
So today they can't come on the platform and say yes or no to us anymore. Nigerians should wake up. I've not seen any encounter or anybody shouting electoral reform. If we cannot vote electronically and see our result on the screen, no election.
You should deceive anybody.
It cannot happen.
Thank you so much.
No more. My brother, thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Nice one, Baba. Nice one.
Thank you so much.
Stopping by.
I'm always the guy you see on YouTube as Nazi, but my name is Ken. I'm calling from ATL. This is about the second time I'm talking to you.
I love you,
Baba. Yes. Yes.
Okay, you take it easy, man.
You too. Say hello to everybody.
Yes, man. So that's one caller there, and I saw Frederick making an attempt to call back onto the program. See, we have just a few minutes now to wrap it up so that we can get ready for later later for the evening, rather. Okay. So if you are still watching this, kindly don't forget to drop your offering. Your offering is like the broadcast and share it, spread it, let people hear and possibly see this. It's a very simple technique. Right? If you want others to see this and they themselves to come across this message, which so many of us have voted to have liberated their minds concerning that contraption, so to say. So I'll take a tea break, a very quick tea break, and I'll be back in a minute. Don't go anywhere.
My name is Nnamdi Kanu, and the reason why we're here today is to protest the killing of innocent women and children, and men for that matter, all over Nigeria, especially in the northern part of Nigeria. We are not happy, we are not pleased with what is happening, And that is why we're here today. As you can see, there are a lot of Nigerians who are protesting about the killing of families. People who are determined to tear the country apart violently, and it is not something that we support. It is not something that we would like to see continue, and we are here today to send a clear message to the Nigerian government through the High Commissioner that what is happening in the country is unacceptable, and we cannot accept it. If that continues, it will lead to the violent disintegration of the country. There will be no more Nigeria for anyone to go to. There will be no Nigeria for anyone to refer to. In fact, what is happening in Somalia today will be like a tea party. So we cannot allow this nonsense to continue. Something has to be done. And the consequences of the actions of terrorism in Nigeria must be driven home to the people, so that even the terrorists themselves will be able to understand that there is no mileage in where they're going. The only thing they can accomplish is the breakup of Nigeria. If they think that they can cower people, if they think they can force people to be coerced into a religion which is not theirs, then they are clearly mistaken. We are asking for peace. We are asking for people to get together. We are asking for everybody who loves Nigeria, who is associated with that country, to please prevail upon terrorism in Nigeria so we can bring it to an end. That is why a multitude of Nigerians are gathered here today. Those of us in the UK are determined to work with the government for peace. We are determined to work with the Council Committee for peace. The one thing we cannot stomach is a repeat of 1966. What is happening today in Nigeria was the reason why Nigeria fought a bitter civil war for 3 years between 1967 and 1970. If this continues, there will be another civil war in Nigeria. And this time around, no place will be safe in Nigeria. This time around, nobody will be safe in Nigeria. So it is imperative that everybody who has the interest of the country at heart acts now and immediately to stop this nonsense from continuing.
Oyedu Icon, Omeri Wonindizu, Woniria, Abakare, Mama Naora, Unapuri Meri Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two, now Python that's a three. Unapuri Meri Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Na Python that's the three. Unapuri Meri Nande go Oyedu Icon, Omeri Wonindizu, Biroya, Abakare, Mamanda Hora, Unapuri Meri Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's the three. Unapuri Meri Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's the three. Unapuri Meri Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's the three. Unapuri Meri Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's the three. Unapuri Meri Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's the three. Unapuri Meri Nandi. Oh yeah.
Thank you. And I think we should possibly wrap it up this afternoon and then continue later in the evening. Yeah, it's just going to make it kind of like more loaded in the evening. And I need to say this ahead of time as well, okay? We are going to have a guest for about 10 minutes of in the evening, where it's going to be about the Yarosulala's digital, the face behind. We are not going to put it beside now. Okay, so the face behind, this digital business, the sponsor of our phone-in program for this month. Okay, so they will come here to tell us a little bit about the idea behind the entire business itself. Okay, and including the witness. No, do you call them witnesses or the members of this platform that have actually signed up, and they can tell us what the experience has been so far as well. So I am going to see you later this evening. So let's go get ready for that. Thank you so much for your time, everyone. Right? I shall see you later tonight.
lọ́rọ̀ máyégún dáyàrí náà ibi nọ́mbà wọn. ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. máyégún dáyàrí náà ibi nọ́mbà wọn. àní máyégún làwa mọ̀ tó dódòdó. máyégún dáyàrí náà ibi nọ́mbà wọn. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. máyégún ti dé. máyégún ti dé. ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. máyégún ti dé. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. máyégún ti dé. lórí Facebook. máyégún ti dé. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. máyégún ti dé. lórí YouTube. máyégún ti dé. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. máyégún ti dé. bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ijó ìgbádìyẹ. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. òkúra olóṣèlú. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. kì máa yí ṣeré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. kì máa yí ṣeré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta. máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. tẹnitẹni ọmọ máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. àìsíwọ̀lú ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì o. ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o. máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. máyégún ti dé. ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.